formaldehyde, arsenic, tar, carbon monoxide? According to the American Lung Association, these are just a few of the 7,000 chemicals that a person inhales each time they take a hit from a cigarette. My name is Dan, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about why I think that the manufacturing, the sale, and the use of cigarettes should be made illegal in our country. Now, I'll also be talking to you a little bit about the health problems that come from using cigarettes and some of the benefits that people can see if they stop using cigarettes. Now, one thing people will say is, why all of a sudden should we make cigarettes illegal? They've been around for this long. Why would we change things now? Well, just because a law has been around for a while doesn't make it right. I mean, women didn't have the right to vote until 1920, but then we realized that the law should change. And the same could be said for cigarettes. We have new research, new studies, new technology that just shows how dangerous the use of cigarettes is. And so for that reason, we should definitely ban them. Other people will say, well, I know that cigarettes are dangerous, but it's my body. Shouldn't I be able to do what I want with it? And the answer is yes. I mean, we are entitled to do what we want with our bodies. So if you choose to harm your body, that's on you, and you have the right to do that. However, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, 88 million non-smokers are exposed to cigarette smoke through secondhand smoke. So that just goes to show that even if you think you're only harming yourself, odds are you're harming somebody else too, and that's not fair to them. Out of those 88 million, roughly 40,000 die each year from heart disease that's related to the secondhand smoke they get. So it's not fair to say that you're only harming yourself when clearly there are non-smokers who are getting harmed as well. Now, another argument people will make is, well, just because I smoke doesn't mean that I'm going to get lung cancer. And that's completely accurate. You could smoke every day of your life and never get lung cancer, never get disease. And likewise, you could not touch a cigarette for your whole life and still get lung cancer. But the problem is that smoking cigarettes dramatically increases your risk for getting lung cancer and other diseases. Now, according to the Center for Disease Control, you are 15 to 30 times more likely to get lung cancer if you smoke cigarettes compared to non-smokers. Now, if you couple that along with the fact that smoking cigarettes doesn't really have a health benefit, my question is why are they allowed? Why should they even be legal if it could potentially lead to either you or someone you love getting lung cancer or getting subsequent diseases because of it? Now, another argument people will make is, well, I'll still do it even though it's illegal. And, maybe some people will. However, the majority of smokers now will not continue to smoke if it's made illegal. One, they want to follow the law. Two, it's going to be much more difficult to smoke if it's made illegal. Right now you can walk into any drugstore, any gas station, and buy a pack of cigarettes and be in and out in 2 minutes. If it's made illegal, it's going to be a lot harder to access cigarettes, and it's going to cost a lot more money. So by making smoking cigarettes illegal, although it wouldn't stop everybody from smoking, it would greatly reduce the amount of smokers, along with the amount of people who are affected by secondhand smoke. And one last thing, people say, well, I'm a social smoker. I don't smoke a ton. I only smoke a little bit, so I'm not really being affected, right? Unfortunately, that's not true. Even if you only smoke once a week, once a day, smoking really has a negative effect on your health and on your lungs. I mean, take a healthy lung, which we will use this marshmallow, for example. It's white, it's clean, that's what a lung should look like. Every time you smoke, it's like putting a little bit of char on a marshmallow as if you're roasting it. It gets a little bit darker, a little bit browner each time you smoke, the longer that you cook it. Eventually, even if you only smoke once a week, if you smoke for years and years and years, eventually your lung is going to turn into this. It's going to be a black marshmallow with, just a little bit of white left, but if you keep smoking, that white's going to be gone as well. So you have to realize that, your lung essentially went from this to this. And that's not what anybody's lung should look like, honestly. So I think that cigarettes should be banned permanently. 1 in every 5 people die annually from cigarettes. And honestly, if you are not careful, that could be you. Thank you.